Okay, so today in this video we will discuss on this topic, that is the economic importance of gymnosperms. Now, we had already studied about the life cycle of the three economically important gymnosperm plants such as Pinus, Cycas and Netum. So today we are going to discuss on the importance, the economic importance of the gymnosperm plants. Now, economically, as we had already discussed earlier, that the gymnosperms, they are an important group of plants, and they are mainly used for timber, resin, turpentine, and also for the manufacture of paper and board. And also several chemicals, they have been extracted from several species of the gymnosperm plants, which are used in medicines, perfumes, varnishes, and many other purposes. And here we will discuss the main important uses, the main important economically important uses of the gymnosperm plants. So the first one here that you see, gymnosperms use as timber. Now the coniferous wood obtained from the gymnosperm plants is very light or hard, strong or soft, coarse or straight grain, and also durable, with distinct annual rings, as you had studied in case of Pinus species, if you remember. Okay, the wood is very strong and durable with distinct annual rings. Now, these are some of the species here that you see. This is the Pinus, Cedrus, this is Abies, Agathis, this is Araucaria copresis. So these species, the gymnosperm plants, they are the timber obtained from these plants are mainly used for making building materials, furnitures, boxes, paper pulps, wood wool, then plywood, railway sleepers, soundboard of musical instruments, matchbox, matchsticks, pencils, and so many other things. Okay, so here you see that the first important uses of gymnosperms, they have been used as timber yielding plants. Now the second type of uses here, you can see the gymnosperms as sources of resins. Okay, so the resins, they are the coniferous plant exudates. Okay, they are the liquid viscous substances obtained from these plants, gymnosperm plants, which are only soluble in organic solvent. Now, commercially, resins are of two types. Okay, the superior grade resin, that means those resins of higher quality, and the inferior grade resin, okay, the resins with low quality. Now the superior grade resins is usually used in varnishes, plasters, enamels, paper sizing, medicine and ointments, while the inferior grade resin, it shows its use in the manufacture of printing ink, then laundry soap, oil and grease, adhesives, insulators, insecticides, plastics, shoe polish, as well as oilcloth. Now, what do you see here? These are the different types of resins, okay, which are obtained from the gymnosperm plants. These are the important resins. The first one, the oleoresin and rosin. Now, several species of Pinus species, they produce these resins known as oleoresin, which are commonly referred to as pine gum or pine pitch or turpentine. And this oleoresin is comprised of rosin and essential oil. And the use of oleoresin It came into existence since ancient times when this oleoresin was used to smear mummies by the Egyptians. Okay. Now this another type of the of resin obtained from the gymnosperm plants. Okay, the rosin, it can be extracted from oleoresin because this rosin is present in oleoresin as well. So it can be extracted from oleoresin by distillation. Okay, distillation, a process where we use to extract the oil. And the purified resin called burgundy pitch. Okay, I did not show here. The purified resin called burgundy pitch. This resin is obtained from the gymnosperm plant Picia abies. Okay, and these two types of resins, the oleoresin and rosin, they are strongly adhesives and they are used in strong adhesives and also in varnishes, then lithographic works. Okay, varnishes, those liquid coating materials. Okay, for which is used for many purposes, for coating the floor, and also in lithographic work. Okay, lithographic work here, it is printing which is based on the natural resistance of oil and water to mix, and this type of printing is from a stone or metal plate which has a smooth surface. Okay, the lithographic work. Then histology, in histology where they used to study the microanatomy of biological tissues in a microscope, and also it has been used in veterinary medicines. Okay, so the second type of resins obtained from the gymnosperms are copals. Now copals, they are hard resins containing a little amount of essential oil, and they usually occur in living state as well as in fossilized form. Now several species of agathis, they yield these type of resins. Okay, copals, of which particular species Agathis australis, it yield the most important and most valued copal called Cori copal. And also another important copal is Manila copal or East Indian copal, obtained from the species of Agathis. Okay, Agathis alba. These copals, they are used in the preparation again of varnishes, linoleum, right, for floor covering, then in plastics, oilcloth, enamel, printing ink, then lacquers, the hard and potentially shiny finishes, okay, which are applied to materials. Okay, the lacquers are the clear pigmented coatings to give shiny finishes. Now they are also used in for interior work. The third type of resins obtained from gymnosperms are sandarag. This sandarag is a pale yellow or orange colored hard resin containing about 1% of volatile oil. And okay, volatile oil are those type of oil that usually vaporizes readily. Okay, so these sandarak, they contain about 1% volatile oil, and the African sandarak, which is obtained from the species of Tetraclinis articulata. Okay, while several species of Calitris also, they yield sandarak, which is known as Australian sandarak. And these sandarak resins, they are mainly used as metal varnish, paper varnish, or for as leather varnish, and they are also used for cementing glass, porcelain, and also for preservation of fine paintings. And the next type of resin is Canada balsam. This Canada balsam resin, it is a transparent resin which does not granulate or crystallize on drying. And the main source of Canada balsam is from the gymnosperm plant Abies balsamia. Moreover, other types of gymnosperm plants such as Tsuga canadensis and also Pseudo Tsuga taxifolia, they also yield a somewhat similar resin, okay, similar to this Canada balsam. And this Canada balsam is widely used as a mounting medium for microscopic studies because it has a very high refractive index, okay, nearing that of glass, about 1.5 refractive index. And okay, coming to this is the second economic importance of gymnosperms. Now coming to the third importance, that is as a source of essential oils and fatty oils. So these are some of the essential and fatty oils obtained from the gymnosperm plants. Now almost all the conifers, they yield essential oils along with resins. Okay, not only resins but also essential oils such as spruce oil. You can see this oil here, spruce oil. It is usually obtained from the species Piscia abies, which is used in room sprays, then bath salts, and also in deodorant. And this second type here, Siberian, sorry, here it is not for, it is fir. Okay, Siberian fir needle oil. This oil is obtained from a species Abies siberica, and this oil is also used in deodorant, toilet and shaving soaps, room sprays. And the cedar oil is obtained from a species Cedrus deodara and also from Juniperus virginiana, from these two gymnosperm plants. And it is mainly used in perfumery and also for use with oil immersion lens in microscopic studies. Okay, and the last type of oil here we see is cedar wood oil. This oil is obtained from Juniperus mexicana. This plant, it yields the cedarwood oil, which is used in deodorant, room spray, scenting soap, insect proofing. And the oil obtained from from various conifers such as Dracidium franklini, then Cedrus atlantica, Thuja occidentalis. These are used against many diseases. Okay, they have medicinal properties. Okay, they have been used against many diseases such as bronchitis, then tuberculosis, skin diseases, gonorrhea. They are bacterial diseases, sexually transmitted bacterial diseases. Okay, and many other diseases. And fatty oils obtained from the seeds of many gymnosperms, like especially from Pinus plant, okay, like Pinus sembra, then Torreya nucifera, Cephalotaxus drupacea. These fatty oils which are obtained from the seeds of these gymnosperm plants, they are used for food and also for paint. Okay, so the next economic importance of gymnosperm is as sources of papers. Okay, as you can see here in this figure, these are some of the conifers which yield good quality timbers which are used for making paper pulp. Now, the conifers, they are the major source of paper pulp in the newsprint industry. And super quality of papers such as writing and printing papers, they are manufactured from the wood of Piscia. Okay, this you can see here, the Piscia tree, then Abies, then Larix and Tsuga. Okay, this is craft papers, okay, are usually obtained or produced from Pinus and Cryptomeria. This is the figure of Pinus and this is Cryptomeria species. So the next economic importance is the gymnosperms use as drugs. Now, the green branches of Ephrida species, here you can see two Ephrida species here. Okay, Ephrida cynica, Ephrida gerardiana, Ephrida equisetina. These three species, they are an important sources of alkaloids. Okay, that is the organic nitrogen containing bases. Okay, the alkaloids ephridine is obtained from the species of these Ephrida, which has been used for treating which has been used as bronchodilator in cough mixture for the treatment of bronchial asthma. Here you can see the leaves of Ginkgo biloba. This species is an important source of carbon 20 trilactone gingolite compound, and this compound is used to antagonize platelet activating factor in vertebrate blood system. And also the leaves, they are commonly used in the treatment of cerebral insufficiency and vertigo. Cerebral insufficiency, that means the those disease that is the obstruction of one or more arteries, okay, that usually supply blood to the brain. So the treatments of this ginkgo biloba is commonly used for in the treatment of such diseases. Now, another important plant species of gymnosperm plant is Taxus brevifolia. This Taxus brevifolia, it is an important source of an anti-cancer drug, Taxol. And this drug, it has been used in the treatment of ovarian cancer, breast cancer, melanoma, and as well as colon cancer. And the leaves of other species, okay, not Taxus brevifolia, but of other species in the genus Taxus, that is Taxus baccata. The leaves of this plant, Taxus baccata, they are useful in the treatment of asthma, bronchitis, hiccup, epilepsy, and indigestion. Epilepsy, that means it is a genetic disorder, that is the nerve activity of the brain is disturbed, and also in the indigestion. And this plant, Taxus, genus Taxus, it also yield a toxic substance. Okay, it not only it has a substance which has a medicinal property, that is an anti-cancer drug, Taxol, is obtained from this species, but it also produce or yield a toxic substance called taxine. And this taxine, it is an active heart poison. Okay, it can cause a poison in the heart. Now, this plant, you must be familiar with this plant. We had already studied the life cycle of this plant. It is Cycas. Okay, Cycas revoluta. Now, an extract of this particular plant, that is Cycas revoluta, is an extract of the leaves. Okay, is useful in the treatment of flatulence. That means the accumulation of gas in the alimentary canal, and also vomiting blood. Now, the powdered stem of Cycas pectinata is commonly used by the Assamese people as hair wash for the treatment of diseased hair roots, and the seeds, they have been used as herbal drug for the cure of boils, wounds, and sores. So these are some of the important Cycas species which yield substances which have the medicinal property. Next, we have gymnosperms as sources of tannins. Now, as you can see here, the bark, this plant, okay, Tsuga canadensis, then we have Piscia alba, then Sequoia sempervirens, Larix decidua, Araucaria. This is the Araucaria plant. all these gymnosperm plants, they yield tannins, okay, which is particularly used in medicine, leather and petroleum industry, and also for dyeing purposes. So the next importance we have as ornamentals, okay, gymnosperm used as ornamentals. These are some of the gymnosperm plants, okay, such as this one here, pine. Then we have cedar, fir, spruce, then juniper and hemlock. These species, they are widely planted as ornamental plants, okay, in gardens, parks and around tombs and religious buildings for their stately appearance and symmetrical growth, and also for their evergreen habit. And the last economic importance here, we have gymnosperms use as food. So this also we had already discussed in case of cycas, pinus, netum. You see here this is the, if you remember, this is the cycas plant. Now the stem starch, okay, the starch which is obtained from the stem is called sago. Okay, this one white here you can see it is sago. This starch is obtained from some species of cycas plants such as Cycas revoluta, Cycas rhomphi and Cycas circinalis, and also from other gymnosperm plants such as zamia and macrozamia, okay, which is obtained from the spiralis and redleigh. And also the seeds here in this figure, you can see the seeds of pinus species, but not only of pinus, even from cycas species, the seeds of cycas species, then Pinus gerardiana, Pinus pini, Pinus edulis, Pinus pumila, Dion edule, then Dion spinulosum, Araucaria aurucana, and Ginkgo biloba. The seeds which are obtained from these gymnosperm plants, they are edible for their rich source of starch. And in North America, the seeds of Pinus species, they are commercially exploited in the manufacture of candies, nut coffee as well as caramels. And coming to the last, the uses of the as food, okay, the uses of the gymnosperm plants as food, the young unfolded succulent leaves of the cycas plant, okay, not the older plants like this, but the young unfolded succulent leaves, as well as the tender shoots of cycas species such as circinalis, pectinata, rhomphi, siamensis. They are they can be eaten as well as they can be eaten as cooked food in some countries such as Indonesia, Philippines, Malay and Indian Peninsula. Okay, so these are some of the gymnosperm species which are used as used as food. So these are a few economic importance of the gymnosperm plants.